I think maybe some word might be changed, otherwise I remember it fully. Although the sermons of human equality, fraternity, and freedom were said before also, and we find a lot of such sermons in Jesus of Nazareth. But it must be admitted that it was Muhammad who, for the first time in human history, established a society based on these principles. And this is the biggest testimony, coming not from any friend, but from the foe, his enemy. He criticized him bitterly, badly, with a very bad taste, just like Salman Rushdie and Taslima Nasreen of Bangladesh, in the same way. But here he has to bow down. But please note, this passage has been deleted in the recent edition of H.G. Wells' Concise History of the World. The present editors couldn't swallow it. But you will have to refer to some older edition from libraries to find this. And I have cautioned you because maybe if you go and open the book and you don't find this passage, you may think that I have lied to you. So you have to go to the former edition. So now this is, I think, the biggest achievement of Islam. This applies to even women and men. By birth, men are not superior to women. Women are not inferior to men. They share human dignity, human respect, human honor absolutely equally. The moral field is open to both of them. They can go to the heights of morality. The spiritual field open to both equally. You can go. If there was Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani of Baghdad, a saint, very renowned saint, you must have heard about him. We had Rabia Basriya from Basra. Again, at the height of that spirituality. And let me point out here that the Prophet said, if a person has reared two daughters, educated them, and then got them married, his seat in paradise is reserved. He didn't say this for the sons, it's for the daughters. And you may recall that in that Arabian society, these daughters were so much disliked. In their infancy, they were buried alive. But Islam gave this honor. In the same way, you have to respect your parents. But the rights of mother are 3 times greater than the father. Again 3, but doctor is not here, Mumtaz. 3 times. One of the companions asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who among the people deserves my service most? He replied, your mother. He asked again, and after her? Again, your mother. For the 3rd time after her, your mother. When he asked for the 4th time, then he said, your father. So this is the dignity that Islam has given to women. As about at the religious level, their equality. Let me quote one ayah from the 3rd chapter. It is 195 ayah. In the previous ayah, or worse. There is a prayer, very long prayer of the believers to Allah. They are praying. I don't mention that. But in this ayah, 195, Allah says, فَاسْتَجَابَ لَهُمْ رَبُّهُمْ. Their Lord accepted and granted their prayer. أَنِّي لَا أُضِيعُ عَمَلَ عَامِلٍ مِّنكُمْ. That I am not going to let any good deed of yours go in waste. Min zakarin aw unsa, whether you are a male or a female. Ba'dukum min ba'd. You are from each other, from the same father. You have the son and the daughter. The womb of the same mother has gave birth to the daughter and the son. There can be no difference, no superiority, no inferiority altogether. Now, if you keep in mind what was the status of women before Islam, in most of the countries, nearly the whole of the world, among Hinduism, among Christianity, they were thought to be evil in nature. They don't have spirits in them. Only males have the spirits, and so on. And the condition of women in India among Hindus was the worst. But Islam raised the status of women. Islam gave them a legal personality. You are a legal person. You can own property. You can do business. You cannot be married without consent. Full legal person. Your parents can arrange for your marriage, but with your consent, not without your consent. Now I come to the third point. The most important feature of Islamic society is the strength of the family system, the institution of family. As an institution, it must be strong. And this is in direct contrast to the modern civilization or the conditions generally in the West. This institution has been more or less destroyed. Now, what are the dimensions? First of all, respect for the parents, serving the parents. At 5 places in Quran, Allah has mentioned the rights of parents just after His own rights. وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ. Your Lord has decided that you will not worship or obey anyone else than Him. وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. And He has ordained upon you service, respect, good treatment with your parents. This is one example. إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ إِحْدَاهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. If any one of these parents or both reach old age with you, never say even oh to them. Although obedience is not necessary, if they command you something contrary to the Sharia of Allah, no obedience. Obedience is for those who ask you to follow the Sharia. But service, good behavior, keeping your shoulders down before them, not like this, no. You should keep your shoulders more down before them. وَخْفِضْ لَهُمَا جَنَاحَ الذُّلِّ مِنَ الرَّحْمَةِ. So this relationship On this basis, in our society,